Yep.
So
The high-end
uh,
hotels, and
for anybody who's never considered hotels before, the flag is the brand. I didn't realize this. This is a big part of a hotel. You can have the building, but the second you
yeah,
put the right flag out there, boom, you get that flag's marketing. And
yeah,
people will only use the Hilton. The Hilton people only use the Hilton. People who
yes,
do HGA or whatever it is only
yeah.
use that
I
one. The people
see.
who only do
Uh-huh.
uh, the Marriott's, and I got friends who only do the Marriotts, and they give me a hard time if I do an event that's not a
Brand
Marriott. They're
loyalty,
like, "Oh, can we
brand
do a Marriott
loyalty.
hotel?" Like,
Yeah. Brand loyalty is amazing in these kind of top and the mid-size hotels. You bet, mid-brand.
so let's dive into it. If you're a passive investor, then welcome to Alchemist Nation, right? The whole point of this community is to make money from doing less, right? The idea we talk about on Saturdays is double your income, double your net worth, and do it with less work, do it with less effort. The easiest way to do that is to increase your active capital, like actual capital that you have. And in this principle, this idea of how you do anything is how you do everything is so minute and so massive. Vinny, you sent me a bunch of notes like you normally do, and one of them, I'm skipping ahead to one of them. So excellence is a habit, not a one-time act. That's like the order you have, but I want to skip all the way down to one you put in here. Sloppy in small things, watch out, it'll creep into big things.
Oh, wow. Wow. That is really, it stucks, right in your face, actually. Because if you're sloppy in smaller things that are insignificant, and the results really don't matter in those insignificant things, our brain does not know, the subconscious does not know good from the bad. Conscious brain knows everything what we do and it records, but subconscious cannot tell from the bad, ugly to good and best. So it's so important that we do small things, take care of the small things in a great way. The habits are formed that way, and then we see our progress. Our habits change, our thinking changes, and then we could convert that smaller victories into bigger victories in business, in relationships, and all over. So we need to be watchful to what we are doing with smaller things. Yeah.
And I want to share for the person who's listening who has ever been confused or been accused of being called what is it called?
Oh,
Not attention. It is somebody who does things over and over or does things a very specific way. OCD. So if
oh,
you've ever been
yes.
accused of being an OCD individual, where you do obsessive compulsive disorder, they call it
Yep.
that.
Yep.
But most highly successful entrepreneurs are a little bit OCD. The
They are.
problem is that society thinks that these systems and rules you follow are not the right ones because every human being is actually OCD. They're just usually using very bad habits. They have very bad systems that they're
Yeah.
obsessive and compulsive over. Like,
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to those little things ever. I don't clean my desk at the end of the day. That's an obsessive compulsive behavior to just leave your desk a mess. But somebody who is what we'll say OCD goes and cleans up after themselves. That's a success habit. That's a habit of successful people. So every human is obsessive compulsive, but the people who are doing highly successful activities end up with slightly different results.